Story: I didn't know she was half paralyzed. Then she said, "Don't stay if you just feel sorry for me." I never imagined that a single moment, just a few seconds in a crowded cafe, could alter the entire rhythm of my life. But that morning, when I saw her struggling to keep her coffee from slipping out of her hand, when the cup trembled against her fingers and her eyes flickered with frustration, something inside me stopped. It wasn't pity. It wasn't curiosity. It was a pull, a strange magnetic ache, as if my heart recognized something long before my mind understood it. I didn't know she was half paralyzed. I didn't know she had spent years hiding her pain behind practiced smiles. I didn't know she was about to look straight into my eyes and tell me, with a steadiness that could break mountains, not to stay if all I felt was sympathy. But I did know, before anything else, that I wasn't walking away. If you believe in kindness, compassion, and giving people a real second chance in life, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It helps stories like these reach more hearts. I met her on a rainy afternoon when most people were rushing indoors, shaking water from their clothes, and complaining about the weather. She was sitting by the window, wrapped in a soft beige sweater, one side of her body leaning slightly but visibly toward the chair as if something inside her refused to cooperate. Her hair was tucked behind her ear, and she kept adjusting the sleeve on her right hand, as though trying to hide how stiff her fingers were. I didn't know her name then. I didn't know her story. I only knew that she looked like someone who had learned to carry too much alone. When the cup slipped, I reached out without thinking. She didn't look embarrassed, just tired in a way that didn't come from lack of sleep but from fighting the same silent battle for too long. I asked if she was okay, and she nodded, but her voice tremored like she wanted to say something else and couldn't find the strength. I sat down across from her, half expecting her to tell me to leave. But she didn't. She just watched the rain, her eyes following every drop as if searching for pieces of herself she had lost somewhere along the way. As we talked, slowly and gently, she revealed pieces of her truth. She told me she used to dance, professionally, passionately, fearlessly, until the accident happened. One wrong turn, one reckless driver, one moment of impact had taken the movement from half her body and the confidence from all of it. She said she had tried therapy, surgeries, countless exercises, and hope, until hope felt like a cruel, slippery thing that kept sliding away from her grip. She didn't say any of this to gain sympathy. She spoke with a calm heaviness, like someone who had accepted the storm but never found shelter after it. What struck me most was that she spoke more about who she used to be than what she wished she had back. Her past wasn't her escape, it was her anchor, reminding her of everything she once believed she was. And when she looked at me again, her voice was stronger, almost fierce. She said the one sentence that carved itself deep into my chest, "Don't stay if you just feel sorry for me." The words weren't a warning, they were a plea from someone who had spent too long being looked at with pity instead of being seen with respect. I didn't answer immediately. I didn't want to give her a generic reassurance or some poetic promise. So instead, I showed up the next day. And the next. And the day after that. Not to save her. Not to fix anything. Just to be there, consistently, quietly, without expectations. I learned her routines, her favorite tea, the way her left hand was stronger on some days and weaker on others. I learned that she loved rainy days because they made the world slow down, matching her pace instead of racing past her. I learned that she hated being treated like she was fragile, but she deeply appreciated being treated like she mattered. For weeks, we found ourselves returning to that little cafe, sitting at the same window seat. She started smiling more, not the polite, practiced smile she used to hide behind, but real ones that reached her eyes. She told me about her dreams, the ones she locked away because they felt impossible now. She used to choreograph. She used to mentor young dancers. She used to laugh at how life felt too fast. Now everything felt painfully slow, and she didn't know how to accept that. One evening, after the clouds had cleared and the sky hung heavy with fading orange, she asked why I kept coming back. I told her the truth, that she reminded me of strength even when she felt weak, that her presence made the world feel softer, that her scars didn't make her less, they made her more human, more real, more extraordinary. She didn't reply. She only closed her eyes, and I realized she was fighting tears, not because of sadness, but because someone finally saw her without filters. Days turned into weeks, and the shifts in her grew noticeable. She stopped hiding her hand. She stopped leaning away when she walked. She even agreed to let me walk her home, though she warned me she moved slowly. But to me, her pace was beautiful, every step a testament to her resilience. And somehow, somewhere between the cautious walks and the quiet talks, she began trusting me with parts of herself she had long buried. One night, she told me she wanted to try something again, not for the world, not for her past self, but just for the present moment. She played a slow song from her phone, placed her hand in mine, and said she wanted to try moving again. Not dancing, just moving. Her body was stiff. Her steps were uneven. But she smiled, and her smile carried the warmth of someone rediscovering a piece of their soul. In that moment, I didn't see paralysis. I saw courage. And I realized then that she wasn't just healing physically, she was healing emotionally, slowly reclaiming the parts of herself she thought life had taken away. If this story touched your heart even a little, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps these emotional journeys reach more people who need them. Before we end, please take a moment to comment something kind, something encouraging. Your words matter more than you think. In the end, I didn't stay because I felt sorry for her. I stayed because she showed me what real strength looked like, not loud or dramatic, but quiet, steady, and breathtakingly human. And somewhere between her broken moments and brave attempts, she taught me that love isn't about saving someone. It's about standing with them, step by fragile step, until they no longer walk alone. And that was the moment I knew. I wasn't just staying. I was choosing her. Every day, every step, every rain-soaked afternoon.